Hi, I'm Melissa Davis, and welcome to Hello Prime Life, where midlife isn't a crisis, it's your comeback. If you staged a total lifestyle strike tomorrow, if you just stopped managing, fixing and coordinating everything for 24 hours, how long would it take before the wheels completely fell off or anyone noticed? I don't mean that dinner wouldn't get cooked. I mean you, the domestic air traffic controller, actually vanishing from the radar. The bottom line? You've become so good at showing up for everyone else that you've disappeared from your own life. You've confused being needed with being seen for so long that you've forgotten what visibility even feels like. Last time, we identified where you're hiding. Today, we're talking about what it costs you. You started giving pieces of yourself away. I call it the invisibility tax, the price you pay for being the easy one, the one who doesn't make a fuss, the one who absorbs everyone else's stress so the house stays quiet. But here's the reality. Your house might be quiet, but inside you're running on fumes because you've put yourself at the very bottom of your own priority list. You've been trading your autonomy for everyone else's comfort. Every time you said, "I don't mind," when you actually did, you were paying a tax. And after years of that, your emotional bank account isn't just empty, you've completely subsidised everyone else's happiness while your own has slowly faded into the background. Last month, my husband asked what I'd like for my birthday. Simple question, standard relationship moment. I opened my mouth, nothing. Like asking Siri when she's offline. He's standing there wanting to do something nice. I'm standing there wanting to have an answer. But it doesn't exist. I wasn't trying to be difficult. I genuinely had no idea. How's this for a paradox? I'm literally building a business teaching women how to live their prime life, and I'd just spent months so focused on everyone else's transformation that I'd completely lost track of my own priorities. That's what I call the slow fade of self. That gradual disappearing act where capable women become ghosts in their own lives. And what nobody tells you about the slow fade is that the better you are at managing things, the faster it happens. This disappearing act didn't happen overnight. It follows a specific trail that most women don't recognise until they're deep in it. Today, I want to walk you through the 4 stages so you can catch yourself before you completely disappear. Stage 1 is the accommodation phase. One compromise here, one no problem, I'll handle it there, one it's easier if I just do it to avoid the hassle. Each choice seems reasonable at the time, temporary. Then comes stage 2, the silence phase. You start saying, "I don't mind," more often. Your opinions take a back seat. You stop voicing preferences because it feels easier than negotiating. I used to have opinions about everything. What to watch, where to eat, how to spend weekends. Then I went through a stage where I'd say, "Whatever you want," so often I forgot what I wanted. Stage 3 is the amnesia phase. This is where it gets scary. You don't just stop expressing what you want, you stop knowing what you want. Someone asks you a direct question, "What would you like to do this weekend?" And you realise you have no idea. Not because you're being polite or accommodating, but because the voice that used to tell you what you wanted has gone quiet. It's like reaching for a word you know, but it won't come. You're not hiding your desires anymore. You've forgotten you have them. You stand in front of your wardrobe and can't remember what you actually like wearing. You scroll restaurant menus with no opinion. Simple decisions become paralysis because you've lost the muscle of knowing what you want. Then there's stage 4, the disappearance phase. By this stage, you aren't just accommodating others. You've stopped showing up for yourself entirely. You're physically present, but emotionally absent. Your preferences, your desires, your needs, they've all left the building. For me, this showed up as extreme self-reliance. I'd do everything myself because I didn't want to bother people. Sounds strong, right? But it made me invisible. Because don't bother people slowly turned into don't have needs. And that translates into easy to overlook. By this stage, you aren't just faded, you're ghosting your own life. Before you know it, you've successfully disappeared. So how does this happen to you? You're smart, capable, self-aware, yet somehow you've disappeared yourself completely? That's the competence trap in action. The irony of being so capable that everyone, including you, forgets you have a limit. You're the one everyone turns to, the one who can remember the Wi-Fi password, find the remote and manage a friend's meltdown all at the same time. You're so competent, it's actually exhausting. I'm still waiting for my world's best crisis manager trophy to arrive in the mail, but I suspect it's currently buried under a pile of someone else's laundry. The danger here is that your competence becomes your cage. You're seen as the safe pair of hands while your heart is doing the heavy lifting in secret. Want to know the worst part? Society rewards you for it. You get praised for being reliable, for stepping up, for handling it all. Being indispensable feels like validation, doesn't it? So you keep doing it, until one day you find you've turned into an afterthought in your own life. They'll call you a rock, but let's face it, rocks don't ask for help, they just sit there getting eroded. The trap isn't that you're too proud to ask for support, but that asking would mean admitting you were never as together as everyone needed you to be. It's a pattern I see everywhere. The very traits that make capable women so effective, the dependability, the capacity, the willingness to show up, become the exact reasons they disappear. But this isn't a life sentence. You can reverse it. So how do you reverse the pattern? The good news? You didn't disappear altogether. You just got really quiet. And what got quiet can get loud again. That's where the comeback starts. It's the slow fade in reverse. Reversal stage 1, pay attention. Take notice when you say, I don't mind, and how often you say it. Pause and ask yourself, do I really not mind? It's okay if you do mind. You don't have to apologise for having preferences in your own life. Reversal stage 2 is to practice wanting. You've forgotten how to want things just for you. Ask yourself, what would I do if no one needed anything from me for 1 hour? Maybe it's reading a whole chapter without interruption, or a walk with no phone. Pick one. Then carve out that hour and do it. Not when things calm down, now. Reversal stage 3 is to give yourself margin. I implemented no appointments every second week. No client calls, meetings, or saying yes to other people's demands. No more back-to-back commitments that left no room for me. Those buffers are non-negotiable now. They give me space to tune into myself again. Before I learned to set them, I thought boundaries were kind of self-serving, a bit precious, something demanding people did. So I just stayed available, said yes to everything, managed my exhaustion privately, so nobody had to feel uncomfortable. Here's what that cost me. Respect, including my own. Because when you don't respect your own boundaries, the world won't either. They just take what you keep offering until there's nothing left. And reversal stage 4, guard your boundaries. You need to stop being the human shock absorber for everyone else's moods and chaos. When I implemented my no appointments weeks, some people weren't happy. They wanted access on their terms. Here's what I learned. Your boundaries aren't up for debate, not even polite negotiation, not even let me explain why I need this, guilt tripping. Your boundaries matter more than other people's comfort. Full stop. Bit by bit, I found myself again. And when I slip back into my old default mode, like I did recently, I catch myself faster now. Oh, and that birthday question? Eventually, I told my husband I wanted a weekend away. Just the two of us, no agenda, no plans, no obligations. It's important for you to understand this isn't a one and done fix. Living a prime life isn't about achieving some perfect state where you never lose yourself again. It's about recognising when old habits resurface and having the tools to course correct before you completely disappear. The slow fade isn't a one-time event you overcome and move on from. It can creep back in whenever life gets demanding, whenever you're passionate about something new, or whenever you stop paying attention to what you actually need. The difference now? I see the signs and have practices in place to bring myself back. Because what I know for sure is, the world doesn't need another woman who disappears herself. It needs you, with your opinions, your wants, your gloriously inconvenient preferences. Elbowing your way back into your own life isn't selfish. It's basic survival. If any of this feels uncomfortably familiar, take heart. You haven't vanished for good, and I've created a free guide to help you identify where you're hiding and what to do about it. Grab that free guide, 5 Ways You're Hiding Without Even Realising It, and it'll help you spot the subtle patterns and give you practical steps to choose visibility instead. You'll find the link in the show notes. Here's your prime power move this week. What's one thing you gave away that you're ready to reclaim? Maybe it's not a career pivot or downsizing the family home just yet. Maybe it's just reclaiming your Saturday morning coffee while it's actually hot, instead of nuking it in the microwave while you stare at the kitchen bench thinking about everything you should be wiping down or mentally drafting the grocery list. What's one small piece of your day that you're taking back this week? Name it, then take one small step toward getting it back. Not someday, this week. Because your prime life is waiting for you to show up for it. Next week, we're tackling the midlife funk. What it is, why it shows up, and most importantly, how to break free so it doesn't keep you stuck. Until then, remember, your prime life is calling. Are you ready to answer? Before you go, if this episode resonated, hit follow so you don't miss what's next. And if you've got a spare few seconds, a quick review genuinely helps other women find the show. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you next week.